Smiley Anders has now made 80 trips around the sun. To commemorate this achievement, this film was originally produced for posterity. After very little deliberation and no thought at all, the producers are committed to destroying this video after its one and only viewing. You gathered here today will be the first and last audience. We apologize for any inconvenience or discomfort this may cause you. Smiley Anders was born in November of 1937. He was not a premature birth. He was born as big as he would ever get. He was also born with a name tag. That's how he got the name, Smiley. Not much is known of his early formative years. We have learned that he went to Struma High School in Baton Rouge, where he learned to dress as a cheerleader in his off hours. He frequently wore Baton Rouge High School t-shirts under his school attire. This is where the phrase, "cruisin' for a bruisin'," originated. What a badass. Once Anders grew hair in 4 places, his development came to a screeching halt. So did his hairstyle. You'll notice here he combed his hair in a semi-bouffant style. He is to wear his hair this way for many years. Unfortunately, Anders' hairstyle got him thrown into a North Korean prison for impersonating a member of the ruling family. While incarcerated, Anders learned to write and type. He eventually became editor of the prison newspaper. These skills would prove valuable in his later years. Anders has had many interests and hobbies. Among the most significant hobbies was raising butterflies and making his own clothes. Here, Anders is depicted wearing one of the ties he designed in his workshop. You will also notice the 2 caterpillars on his lip in precoital foreplay. Another important hobby in Anders' life has been cooking. To maintain his rotund physique requires hundreds of thousands of calories per day. He has faced this delicious challenge with great gusto. Smiley was not nearly as successful in his aborted attempts at inventions. He was denied patents on a bewildering array of useless products, including the artificial appendix, penguin guano fertilizer, and the very ineffective 6-pack plastic fly swatter. A great fan of Mardi Gras, Anders has always claimed that his best invention was Mardi Gras beads. He said he was inspired to create the trinket because he couldn't get men to take their shirts off for him. Anders is a family man. He made 2 babies, and that was plenty enough for him. He also built the new Louisiana state capitol just to show his children he could make something other than babies. And do it while looking cool. Smiley enjoyed having fun with his kids while they were growing up. He spent many hours teaching them about the birds and the bees, using his caterpillars. Surprisingly, he sold his son to gypsies to raise money for a motorcycle. He and his daughter then joined a motorcycle gang, Sons of Monarchy Butterflies, to spend quality father and daughter time together. Eventually, he found the gypsies and bought his son back. To make up for the time they had lost, Smiley began dressing like his son every chance he got. They also enjoyed many hours of bodybuilding. Eventually, all was forgiven in the family. Deep wounds were healed, and Smiley's latter years have been joyous. The family frequently gathers in New Orleans to watch Smiley get tanked and then fight over who has to be the designated driver. So these are some of the unknown facts of Smiley Anders' life, many of which he didn't know himself. A life filled with ups, a life filled with downs, a life that has filled the lives of others. Thank you, Smiley. And as someone once said, "You handsome devil, don't you ever die." Happy birthday, Smiley.